The battle within the BRS between KCR's daughter and party MLC K Kavitha and her brother KT Rama Rao and cousin Harish Rao is split wide open now. Kavita was suspended from the BRS and is likely to resign both from the party and her MLC post a day after she publicly alleged that her father K Chandrasekhar Rao was made a scapegoat by her cousin and former minister Harish Rao and party MP Santosh Rao. She alleged that Harish Rao and Santosh Rao were being shielded by Revanth Reddy, who has handed the investigations into the alleged Kaleshwaram project in which KCR is an accused to the CBI. The statement from Kavita came perhaps as a last straw in the bitter battle in the family that dates back to Kavitha's 2019 defeat at the Nizamabad Lok Sabha seat. Listen in to K Kavitha and the reactions.
ఇవాళ 5 సంవత్సరాలు ఇరిగేషన్ మంత్రిగా చేసినటువంటి హరీష్ రావు గారిది మేజర్ పాత్ర లేదా దీంట్లో? అందుకే కదా కేసీఆర్ గారు వారిని సెకండ్ టర్మ్లో తప్పించిండ్రు. ఈ మొత్తం కాళేశ్వరం ఎపిసోడ్లో కేసీఆర్ గారికి మరక అంటిందంటే 2-3 వ్యక్తులు కారణం. మాజీ రాజ్యసభ సభ్యుడు ఒకలైతే, హరీష్ రావు గారు ఒకలైతే, మేఘా కృష్ణారెడ్డి గారు ఇంకోడు, మేఘానో బోగానో ఏదో. ఈ పెద్ద పెద్ద కాంట్రాక్టర్లు అందరితో కుమ్మక్కై కేసీఆర్ గారు ప్రజల కోసం ఆలోచన చేస్తే, నీళ్ల కోసం ఆలోచన చేస్తే, వీళ్ళు సొంత వనరుల కోసం, డెవలప్మెంట్ కోసం, ఆస్తులు పెంచుకోవడం కోసం ఆలోచన చేసి ఇవాళ మీ వల్ల రేవంత్ రెడ్డి లాంటి వ్యక్తి, తెలంగాణ ఉద్యమానికి సంబంధం లేని వ్యక్తి, కేసీఆర్ గారి కాలి గోటికి సరిపోని వ్యక్తి, ఆయన నిలబడి కేసీఆర్ గారిని చెయ్యెత్తి చూపించి కేసీఆర్ గారి మీద సిబిఐ ఇవాళ నేను వేస్తా అని చెప్తున్నాడంటే కారణం ఎవరు దీనికి? నేను భరించిన, ఇదే హరీష్ రావు గారు, ఇదే సంతోష్ రావు గారు అనేక కుట్రలు చేసినా కూడా భరించిన. నా మీద ఓపెన్గా మీడియా మిత్రులందరితో రకరకాల మాటలు చెప్తే కూడా నేను భరించిన. నా పర్సనల్ అటాక్కి నేను ఎప్పుడు కూడా వాళ్ళను ఇంతవరకు పేరు పెట్టి పిలవలేదు.
Well, joining us this evening, Ravula Sridhar Reddy, senior spokesperson of the BRS. He'll try and join in a bit. Some technical issues with him. Ravikant Reddy, political editor of The Hindu, and NDTV's Uma Sudhir joins us live. Uma, what have you heard from Kavita? It now seems obvious that she's going to possibly resign from the MLC post and the party tomorrow. But what's the road ahead, both for the BRS and for Kavita?
So Kavita is most likely going to be resigning from both the BRS as well as MLC, and she is going to be going to the Legislative Council chairperson to hand over her resignation, after which she intends to hold a press conference to put forth her ideas or her road ahead as well. What Kavita has done, the tremors were already being felt, and the quake in that sense, or the ground moving from under BRS feet really happened with Kavita actually targeting senior members of the BRS and who are part of the ministry and also part of the BRS of the KCR extended family as well. By targeting them, she has created that kind of a political earthquake for the BRS. And now they are going to experience the aftershock as well, because the kind of arsenal that she has provided to both the Congress as well as the BJP to target the BRS, that is the reason why in fact the BRS could not keep quiet at this time. As you have been mentioning, yes, all this kind of trouble has been brewing for quite some time, but now she targeted Harish Rao, Santosh Rao, who are part of the top leadership of the BRS, and what she has done is to actually play into the same kind of a narrative that both the Congress and the BJP, even Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said that Kaleshwaram was the ATM for the BRS. And in this case, by saying that they were guilty of amassing wealth,
sorry, because you've raised a very important point on the Kaleshwaram issue. Ravikant Reddy, the fact that this seems to have been timed with the Kaleshwaram case, which is considered a big embarrassment for the BRS, shows that this is not perhaps a sudden move. What do you see the road ahead for KCR, KTR, Harish Rao and Kavita individually? Unmute yourself, Ravikant.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
So as far as Kavita is concerned, I think, she was expecting for a few days, because she was removed from one of the biggest, strongest organizations, Singareni workers' organizations, which controls over actually 30 to 35 assembly constituencies. She was the president of the union, and she was unceremoniously, what she calls, was removed when she was in US. And another former MLA was made the head. So she was expecting that, there was a lot of pressure on KCR to, remove her from the party, and that was one of the first steps. And when Kavita, landed in India from US 2 days ago, I think this was obviously the Kaleshwaram Commission's report was a chance for her to, to expose the people whom she called the ghosts behind Mr. KCR, and whom she claimed that, they were the ghosts. They were actually creating the distance between her and her father. Were actually, so she chose used the right moment to target them, as she was expecting that, she would be removed from the party. But I think from her point of view, I think this was not the right time to name them, because the elections are far away, and the elections, what kind of impact she would be making politically is to be seen. Just for a few days she'll be in news, people will be after her. But after that, I think it's really going to get interesting.
Ravi, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the one man who may possibly have an inside track, hopefully, is Ravula Sridhar Reddy. He joins us from the BRS. Ravula Sridhar Reddy, your BRS was denying all along to Uma and us that there was any rift within the party and the family. It's now split wide open. What's the game plan? Does it not embarrass the party in the midst of an offensive from the Congress on the Kaleshwaram issue targeting KCR himself?
Yes, Congress might take some advantage out of the entire issue, but people of Telangana knows what is Mr. KCR and what he has done for the state of for Telangana during the Telangana agitation of 14 years and 10 years rule of Telangana after the separate state formation, and what sacrifices he has made for the state of Telangana. So today, it's a party's decision in the interest of the entire Telangana state, just not BRS party. Because for the development of Telangana state and welfare of the people, we are only the party who always taken enough care, and even today, we are fighting against the unruly behavior of the Congress party and undemocratic practice of the Congress party. So she is an MLC in the party.
Is this a clear message, Ravula Sridhar Reddy, to K? Sorry, is this a very clear message of reiteration that KTR is the unchallengeable leader of the party, and that Kavita's dissent is not acceptable?
See, Mr. KTR is our party's working president. Sri KCR is our party's president, and everybody must work, irrespective of their status, position, and the relations in the party. It is a political party. So whatever may be their status and relation, they should work under the framework, within the guidelines and the decorum of the party lines. So nobody is above the organization. If organization is good, if the decorum is good, if the discipline is in proper place, if conduct is good, everything is good. And she was an MP with us. She's an MLC currently. She's one of the she's the daughter of KCR. So every freedom was given to work and elevate herself. There is nothing more than this. So here it is not the question of who is the supreme. Sri KCR is the tallest leader of Telangana, and he is our leader, he is our party president. And there is no question of this kind of rifties allowed rather. And today the letter of suspension clearly states the recent activities and statements made by her are not in the interest of the party, and definitely is against the party lines and in the lines of tarnishing the party's image and Sri KCR's image. So the party has taken a decision
that this is a categorical message that anyone who works against the party or throws in tarnishes its image will not have space. Very, very briefly, Ravikant Reddy, before I give the last word to Uma, is this a clear reiteration of putting the house in order, or do you believe that the mess is going to get worse within the BRS?
I feel, Kavita will make some dent into the party because, she's a very determined lady. She's not like, any other political party leader. She's a very determined lady. She has, throughout the Telangana agitation, she had made a name for herself. She has created her own space. Of course, the BRS, the aura of KCR helped her. But, once out of the BRS, she'll definitely, create some space for her. But the problem is, if she's looking at elections, I think that they're quite far away. And whether she'll be sustaining that kind of space is a big challenge. That is what really we have to see. But she's a very determined lady, given her background, given her charisma, the way she talks,
She's
very
both
good
determined
orator.
and she's aggressive.
She
Uma,
can
what
make
do
a
you
huge
see the next
difference.
moves to be? Is it going to be a problem for the BRS to contain the damage?
So inevitably, the comparison is always made between the brother-sister duo drama that happened in Andhra Pradesh and now what is playing out in Telangana. So will Kavita become a Sharmila is a question. Three things that I must point out. One, she has delivered quite a lethal blow on the BRS because she has actually, while talking about Nana or father being somebody who's been made a scapegoat, what she is suggesting by saying that Harish Rao or Santosh were amassing wealth and in fact, she even suggests that the second term as irrigation minister was not given to Harish Rao because he had indulged in this kind of a corruption. That means the father was in the know, or the party president was in the know of what was happening, and that is certainly going to sow seeds of suspicion, and that narrative is something, the damage control that the BRS will have to do, which they will continue to be attacked by both by the Congress as well as the BJP. For Kavita, two options. She will obviously, she's already started consolidating her Telangana Jagriti and trying to make it into a political entity, but the fact is, she cannot join hands with either the Congress or the BJP. She will never be able to realize her political ambitions by doing that and by attacking KCR himself, from where actually all of them draw their charisma.
Let's just give Ravula Sridhar Reddy the last word, Uma,
Kavita
please.
has damaged herself as well as she has damaged herself as well as the party, I think.
These allegations of corruption in Kaleshwaram, Raghav, these allegations of corruption in Kaleshwaram case or something else has been done by Congress party and BJP to a certain extent for a long time. So now somebody else is speaking this language doesn't make much difference because we've been fighting these allegations for a long time, even for the last 2 days, even before we.
But when someone who is within your party, Mr. Sridhar, who was within your party.
But when the threat comes within the party, Ravula Sridhar Reddy, that should make you nervous. Yes or no? Very quick response before I close.
The allegations of corruption that we will fight out. If it has a base, end of the day, the government has ordered an inquiry now. Let's see. We will face it.
Okay. The inquiry is not the issue. The internal rivalry is the issue. I'm sorry we have to leave this conversation right now. But Uma was making some very interesting points, as well as Ravikant Reddy. Thanks very much for joining us, all three of you.